Good morning, everybody. Silas here, and I figured, well, I don't know if this is going to be a bonus video or if we'll put this on the main channel. I guess we'll figure that out as we go. But I actually wasn't even recording when I got here. I did a bunch of stuff yesterday, didn't record any of it. I wasn't going to record today, but I thought, you know what? What I'm doing is somewhat interesting. You guys remember I've had that bus in there forever. I drug it out this morning. The air brakes were only locked up on one of the wheels, so I was able to, my loader was like this. I should have recorded it. I don't know why I didn't. I don't know. I just wasn't in the mood to get the camera out, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, I had the loader up in the air like this, and I could only go straight, and so if I needed to turn, I had to set it down, get it at a different angle, pick it up again, and keep going. But I managed to wiggle it out of where it was at, get it back here, and then shove it forward up there. The equipment's not going to be back out here for a year, maybe 2 years, I don't know. But whenever I do get the equipment back out here and I'm working out here again, I'm going to get rid of this big pile of aluminum breakage, and that there is all stainless breakage, and so I can rip it apart with the excavator at the same time. But for now, I don't have time to mess with that, so I just shoved it up in there. I've got a few vehicles I want to dig out inside the fence. I've got a guy here to pick up a station wagon, and then over the next couple of days, as long as the storms don't get too bad, we're supposed to get softball size hail tonight. And so we'll see what happens there. But I want to get that car out of here, take it out to my place. I got this truck. I've got about 3 or 4 other vehicles, and then I've got a few truck beds of stuff I want to get out of here. So lots of stuff going on. Let's get busy. And these cars are stuck in here. We haven't drug cars out of this area for, man, it's been years. These cars have been stacked up for, man, probably at least 6 or 7 years. I kind of wish we could have kept the crusher here for a little bit longer, but my dad really wanted to get it over to the other yard, so it's over there now, and the loader's gonna leave probably, I don't know about tomorrow, but maybe the next day. I wanted to crush like all these cars that I'm digging out now, and there's a whole bunch of late model cars up there in the front that were buried by that bus, but now they're all out. I was wanting to crush those. I was wanting to crush all of these back here. I had about another 20 semi-loads of stuff I wanted to get out of here, but like I say, we'll be back here in a year, maybe 2 years, and we'll crush it all then. The yard where the equipment went is way, 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 way bigger than this, and there's way more cars there, so it's probably going to take, I mean, we'll never get it crushed out completely, but we're going to crush on it for at least a while. Our main goal out there is to get the roads open, but that'll be a separate video. Next up is a Mustang convertible. The only reason why this thing's gotten spared from the crusher as long as it has is because it still has all the convertible trim around the windshield and around the back where the top would go. I'm gonna go ahead and set it out in the pile with the other stuff, and we may or may not crush this when we come back. We'll see what mood I'm in then. The main thing I'm working on though is I want to get this old Cab Over International out of here. I've had this thing forever. I had it sold years ago, so I saved it for the guy, and he never showed up to get it. I moved it around several times, and now it's been sitting here for however many years it's been, but I noticed there's a whole bunch of elm trees starting to grow through the frame, and so if I wait a couple years, those things are going to eat that frame, and then it's going to be a nightmare to get out of there. And so I'm going to get it out of there now, go sit it outside. I'll probably take it out to my place later in the week, but if not, it'll be fine out front. I need to come out here and just take a tour of this place and show you guys around. I still haven't done that. Let's see here. What's the best way of picking this thing up without tearing anything up? I think if I can snag that transmission mount just like that. Oh yeah, perfect. Yeah, those trees were just starting to go around that frame in the back. So I'm glad I'm doing this now. If I would have waited a couple more years, it would have been too late. Next up, we're going to drag out this old, what is this, a 68 or 69 Chevrolet. This is a factory big block, wide wheels, AC, whole 9 yards truck. This is a pretty loaded truck back in the day. The cab is very rusty in the bottom, and it's beat up on top, like a tree or something fell on it. The windshield's gone out of it, but it's got a lot of good dash parts. I have a guy wanting to buy the wheels off of it, the motor mounts, all the brackets for the big block are on it still, the AC brackets and all that. He wants to buy all those. He was here not long ago, but he just didn't have time to get them all pulled, so I told him I would take the truck out to my place. He comes out this way about once every 4 or 5 months, so next time he's here, he'll strip it. He's a good customer, always pays cash, so I don't mind holding stuff for people like that. And there we go, he's loaded up, headed out. All he got out here was, there's that core support and front bumper off like a 73 LTD, and he got some wheels, and he got a steering column and a dash out of a Ford van. So not a lot of stuff out here. He was coming to get 2 vehicles, but the other vehicle he came to get, he ended up not wanting, which it was pretty rough, and it was the wrong year, and not a big deal. It was one I was going to crush anyway, so it'll go on in the crusher. But the main one he wanted was that wagon. It's pretty rough, but it's just a pretty rare car, and it's got a good story. It was a military wagon, converted over to a fire department wagon. He actually has a YouTube channel, so you can check him out if you want to see some progress on that car. It's called Fomoco Powers Garage. Real cool guy. I'm sure I'll see him again. He's planning on coming back sometime this summer to maybe get a bunch of parts for that car, maybe pick up another car. I'm sure he'll find, I'm sure I'll get something that he wants. Next up on the list, I'm getting the big trailer out because I'm going to be using this to haul stuff. But my hydraulic pump that controls the legs and it controls the dovetail, which I won't be needing to use those. Well, I guess I'll need to use the legs, but it wobbles around in here, as you can see, and so I'm going to tighten the bolts up underneath. And in fact, it might be easier if I just go ahead and pull this cord off and then I can close the door. So yeah, let's do that. Well, that's a little bit better. It's not wobbling around quite as bad as it was, but it's still not real tight. I'm not sure what to do there. I think it needs some washers. I think I need to pull the bolts all the way out and put some washers. I think they're too long, and so it's because they're as tight as they're going to go, and it's still loose. So I bet if I just got some like heavy foam, put one piece underneath the motor, one piece underneath this tank, took it loose, put some washers in it, then it'll pull it all tight, and the foam will kind of keep it in place. So I got to do a little bit of work to it, but I mean, I've had this thing for over a year now, and it's survived this long, and it was worse than this. So at least it's an improvement. I got that truck loaded up, and now I'm going to throw this on there. This is clear full of electric motors. Now I'm not worried about anybody stealing these, but at the same time, this is all I have. I have this, and I have one truck bed over there full, and that's not enough for a load, but I have probably at least this many, if not twice this many, out at my place. So if I consolidate them, I can probably go ahead and lock in a load and get them shipped in. Right now, electric motors aren't bad on price, so I'd like to go ahead and do that. But like I say, I can't do that when I have half a load at one place and half a load at another, so this way I can just put them together. This is a pretty heavy box, so I'm going to put it right above the axles, and then I'll probably take one of these truck beds full of old car parts or whatever and put it at the back. I was trying to figure, I've got this truck here, I'm going to go ahead and save it just because I feel bad crushing a 2017 model truck that's perfect except for one little dent in the fender. And then I got that Dodge truck I need to take, so that's going to be one load, you could say. Then I've got that Rambler wagon and that Ford truck, so that'll be one load. Then I've got that International cab over, and then I've got a frame and a car and a truck bed. I could probably consolidate all that into one load. And then I've got a handful more truck beds out here, so I'm looking at probably 4 loads, maybe 5, but probably 4 loads. I'm going to go ahead and get my trailer loaded, and then I'm just going to leave it here. I'll drive my truck home. I've got to take my son to the babysitter in the morning, and so that way I can come back in the morning, just hook back up to my trailer, hit the road, go back out to my place and get it unloaded. It's starting to look like that storm's coming in. They're saying softball size hail. We'll see what happens. Supposed to be a guy here in the morning for this piece, so that'll be good to get that out of here. I was going to take it to my place, and in fact I was going to throw it on this load on top of those electric motors, but he messaged me and said he'll be here at 8:30, so I'll just meet him out here then, load it up on him, hook up to my trailer and hit the road, go unload this load and come back. I forgot there's a couple more cars I wanted to get out of here too, so I might be pushing it to get everything hauled tomorrow. I'm going to do my best. Anything I don't get hauled tomorrow, I'm going to haul the next day, and then we'll take the loader out of here. And good morning. I'm a little bit tired today because I stayed up, well, not all night, but I stayed up till about 1 o'clock. Well, no, actually it was about 1:30 in the morning. Reason being is because there was bunches of tornadoes in the area all over the state of Kansas, and I just wanted to be prepared in case something happened. That way we could get in the basement. But about 1:15, it started pouring down rain. Up until that point, everything went around us. But it poured down rain for about 30 minutes. And I'm talking like straight downpour, hail, crazy winds, whole 9 yards. But like I say, it was only for about 30 minutes. And so, as you can see, we barely have any water here. Now, it was bone dry out here, and so a lot of it soaked in pretty fast. Like over here, I mean, it's really not that muddy, and like underneath the cars it's still dry, so we really didn't get that much rain. I was hoping we would get a little bit more than what we got. That's okay. This is a cool truck. M.E. Anderson. Huh. Yeah, hopefully I can find a home for this thing. I think I will. I wish I would have had it out back here, oh, what was it, 5-6 years ago, 4 years ago, whatever it was, when COEs were really hot. It was probably worth double then than what it is now. Everybody's always like, well, I'm glad you're crushing those cars because it makes mine worth more. And it really does. That's not how that works. Supply and demand has some effect on the price of cars, but really it's just trends. I mean, there are tons of cars out of the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s that are basically worthless. If you factor in for inflation, they have lost boatloads of value since they were new. And like there for a while, 55 to 57 Chevys, that was the thing. Boy, if you found a 55 to 57, you were in the money. But now you can't hardly give those things away unless they're super nice or something really rare, like a two-door Bel Air hardtop. And even then, they're not worth nearly what they used to be. But, you know, 59 and 60 Chevys have come up a ton of value. I used to crush those things all the time because they were so worthless. But now I wouldn't even dream of crushing a 59 or 60 Chevy. So it's more to do with trends. Like the International there, back at the peak, I probably could have got 4,000 or 5,000 out of it. Now I'll be doing good to get 2,500. All right, the front end is gone. They were supposed to be here yesterday to get this aluminum box, but they never showed up. So I'm not sure what's going on there. Whew, just about fell on the mud puddle. But yeah, they're supposed to pick this up, and they're going to drop the box at the new yard where we're going to be crushing at. But I haven't heard from them, so hopefully they show up sooner rather than later. But we got this load all golden ready to go, so I guess I'm going to hit the road, and I'll be back over here, and we'll throw another load on. Man, this windshield is filthy. That was the problem, is it rained for about 20 minutes, and that was it. And then after it rained, it just kept blowing wind for hours. And so the dust that was still underneath the cars and in places that didn't get rained on just attached to everything. So now everything is filthy. I'm gonna have to clean that off. But I got a guy coming to get this Jeep here in a little bit. He hasn't let me know when he's gonna be here yet. He's coming from Oklahoma. But yeah, you can't see nothing. I'm gonna have to clean this. Oh, I just hit my head. The way you have to do this is you have to kind of lean out the loader, and you have to put your foot over there on the light, and you can kind of reach around with a glove or whatever. I always just use the back side of my glove, and it gets really dusty, and so when it gets too much dust on it, quits cleaning, you just go like that, get most of the dust off, and then you just keep cleaning. Don't want to use this side of the glove, of course. These will probably be fine, but if you have grease on your glove or something like that, and you smear it on there, that's a pain. Usually I have little shop towels that I clean it with, but I don't know where I put them. I must have took them out and forgot to put them back. And yeah, I know the seat's falling apart, but I don't use this loader that much. But okay, got all that unloaded. I'm gonna head back over there and get the next load. And there we go, got this load loaded up. I know I said I was gonna do one car and then truck beds behind it, but they're going to be here in just a minute to drop the other dumpster off at the other yard, so I was kind of in a hurry, so I didn't have time to mess with truck beds. We'll do those on the next load. There is a boatload of cars out here. This is all going to be a separate video. I'll go through all this before we get started, but we're estimating there's somewhere around 10,000 cars out here, because it's like this where they're stacked 3 and 4 and 5 high the entire property. So full we couldn't even get the crusher in, and we own all this property back here too, and so we put the crusher back here actually. So it is definitely full. Definitely time to get a crusher in here. We at least want to get some roads open. Looks like my dad got an old Chevy van, and I'll have to look that over, see if there's anything good on it. Just got back with the next load, got a bunch of front end cutoffs, and then I got this Dodge truck here. This is the one I felt guilty crushing. I'm going to be really busy the rest of this month, but when I get back next month, I'll be around a lot more. And so what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to go in here now, and where I used to have that orange Dodge truck sitting right inside the gate, I'm going to put that white Dodge right there. That way I can list it, parting it out, and I can just schedule anybody that's wanting to come pull parts for, you know, 1 day a week or something like that, and tell them if you can be here at this time, great. If not, oh well. And then I can sell a few parts off of it. Then whenever I get the crusher out here, I'll crush what's left over. The only issue is it's clear full of all these weeds. So I think I'm going to move these Bravada parts real quick. I had a bunch of Bravada parts and I sold them all. Guy came and paid me my asking price for the whole pile, but he said he didn't want these, so he left them behind. But I'll move those real quick, kind of come in here with the loader, rake this out of here a little bit, and then I'll just take that truck and sit it right here. There we go, loaded up, headed back down south. That's a cool little Jeep. If I had a use for it, I'd keep it, but I don't have a use for it. And there we go, there's load number 4. Got a bunch of Ford car parts, some transmissions, some rear transmissions, some iron wheels. Got a bunch of rare wheels in here. I have this set of 5-lug 19.5s already sold, but I got a set of 8-lug 19.5s there. And there's a few other rare ones in there. A bunch of electric motors, 9-inch rear end, and the Dodge Power Wagon. There's a bunch of Dodge truck parts in the back of it as well. So we'll get this unloaded. I'll have time to go back and get one more load loaded up, but I'll go ahead and take it home for the evening. Come out here, unload it in the morning, and then I think I have 1 load left over there, maybe 2, but for sure 1 more. All right, time for the last load today. I've got this Monte Carlo here. I'm gonna set it on that flatbed over there. I'm always needing those flatbeds to put stuff on, so I'm gonna get that out to my place. Put that on the front, and then I've got that cab over we're gonna put behind it. And then I've got that Cutlass frame I want to put on the back of the cab over. So it's going to be quite the load. It's going to be a little bit long, but it'll be all right. There we go. We are chained and strapped down, ready to hit the road. Like I say, just going to take this load home for the day. I think I may have 2 loads tomorrow. I was looking, there's a couple vehicles I forgot about. I really wanted to get. I for sure have 1, maybe 2. We'll see what mood I'm in tomorrow. There we go. Last load is loaded up. Well, this is the first load of today, but it's my last load too. I am out of time. I have 1 more load I really wanted to get out of here. I wanted to get that 69 Thunderbird, and I got another car out back, but I don't have time to mess with it. Today's been one of those days that everything that can go wrong has gone wrong, so I am running way behind schedule. I thought I'd already have the loader over to the other yard by this point in the day, and I still have to go unload these, unhook my trailer, and get back over here. I'm thinking about taking my trailer out to the other yard though, and just leaving it there. That way if there's something there I want to grab, I can just load it on the trailer, leave it on the trailer till I have 2 vehicles on it, then haul it to the other yard. But let's get it out there, we'll worry about it then. There we go, we are on the road. We'll be back over here someday, hopefully. It's gonna feel weird starting out here at the other yard. And we made it. This is a good driving loader. I don't mind driving this one down the road. You can do about 20 miles an hour, no problem, nice and smooth. Uh-oh, there we go. Had the bucket stuck on the forks. But these are all the cars that my dad has brought in the last 2 days, so we already have our work cut out for us. We're gonna start processing these now, getting them ready to go. Most of the ones inside are processed already and just stacked. Lots and lots of work coming up for us out here. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. As always, I hope you have an absolutely fantastic rest of your day. And remember to get out there, find yourself an adventure. We'll see you on the next one.